So as Don just said, my name is India Jones. I started here back in 2007. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do TV. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go into radio. I thought I had a radio face, but hey. So when I left here, there was a guy who worked here. His name was Phil Tucker. He did radio, and he was working at WCIN, if any. You remember WCIN 14 and Smooth Jazz? Okay. So he was working there, and he actually got me my first position. I kind of started off in like secretary. So sometimes you never get the position that you want, but I really had to work for it. But of course, that's with any job. When I left working WCIN, I actually left completely out of the business. I went and worked for Anthem, had a child, thought that's what my life was about. Then it came to the point where I was 23 years old. I didn't know what to do as far as my career was concerned, so I started to work at WLWC News 5. But I started off as a production assistant, getting coffee, working the teleprompter, behind the scenes mostly. From there, they needed a traffic producer. And I started just to produce for the traffic reporter when she was out, type up a script for the anchors to read. I lived in Cincinnati all my life, so it was easy for me. Once I left that whole situation, they were like, we need a backup traffic reporter. So I slid right in there. So I went from working as a receptionist to working at Anthem to working as a production assistant to doing backup traffic to being the main traffic reporter at Channel 5. With new management comes new situations, so I left. Now I'm in Dayton as a traffic reporter there. So I've been in the business now for 5 or 6 years, and I love it. I love everything about TV. I know the ins and outs. I want to go to a different market. Hopefully West Coast is what I'm thinking, but hey, you can only hope. But it is not difficult by any means to get in the business, as long as you're willing to start. Now, you don't hardly make nothing. Let's just be honest. So if you're looking to make a whole bunch of money, you're not starting off. I probably was making $8.75 an hour as a production assistant, which sucked. But it's what you have to do to get in the business. So from there, now I'm the main traffic reporter at Channel 2 in Dayton, WDTN, and now I have my own platform. But also with that, you also have to be very mindful of branding. So every chance you get, if you can go on social media and push yourself, doesn't matter, no matter what you're doing, because people will look for you. It literally, they will call you. I had the DTN director call me, and I wasn't even looking for Dayton, because you have to brand yourself. If you can make like a public figure page, I say do so. Put all your work out there. If you produce, put as much of your information out there. If you make music, if you record, if you want to be on air, do one of those YouTube channels. That is the way to really make yourself a brand. And right now, social media is very big. And I hate to say it, but I do not think that TV will be in this world long. I just don't. I think everything is going on social media. Everything is being on the internet. So if you can have your own personal YouTube channel and you get all these 1,000 views, they're going to come looking for you. But I say learn every aspect. I was able to edit here. I can't remember the teacher's name, but she was a editor at Fox 19 at the time, and she taught me how to edit. So if I wanted to do a multimedia journalist, which you do everything, which is you hold your own camera, you shoot your own videos, you report, you go out in a live truck by yourself, I would be able to do that, and they pay you more for that. So if you know every aspect of every single thing in the industry, you get more money. So don't limit yourself by any means. Try to learn as much as you can, because you never know. Like a lot of people, I have some friends who are great graphic designers, but they didn't know that you could take those same talents and go into the TV industry. There's creative services department, and they bank. So get your hands in everything. Try to learn every aspect of the TV world or the radio world, whatever it is. Even if you have to start off as a secretary or a receptionist or going getting coffee, trust me, that was not fun. But it is so worth it in the very end. So I think that's it. So I started here back in 2007. I'm not a success story. Don't think that I am a success story, because I am not. I am not a success story by any means. But yeah, so that's my story.
So you plan on staying where you are, like you gonna keep elevating?
I want to continue that. You always want to continue to push forward in anything that you do. So I do not want to stay a traffic reporter, because
You'll do sports.
I
You'll
don't,
do sports.
I don't like sports.
They get paid, dog.
They do,
They get
especially
paid.
women.
Yeah, the women.
Women
That one
reporters.
girl that worked for Fox, the
Mhm.
white lady. Boy, I know she getting banked because she
Fox?
do a lot of shows.
Women sports reporters get paid a lot of money, because it's not a lot of women sports reporters. So, but you don't want to go where the money is. Let me also say that, because I may have thrown that little loop. You want to go what makes you happy. So, for instance, I was working at Channel 5, and I was a production assistant, and I was so happy. I was so happy. Now, the money was crap, but I was genuinely happy. My life felt fulfilled. But until I started to do traffic, I was upset because I was always behind someone else's shadow. At the time, I wasn't the main traffic reporter. I was backup traffic. So that, you gain weight, you get upset, you're frustrated. It comes with the territory. So you have to do what makes you happy. If you don't, you'll never succeed. You always have to do whatever makes you happy in life. That's what you do. So I do not want to remain a traffic reporter. Personally, I've been doing it now for 3 years. I want to be, I'm not really into the whole reporter thing. I don't want to be an anchor. I don't. I'm very emotional. I'm a woman, so we cry a lot. So, they have the stories that's like, oh, we killed 7,000 puppies, and I'm like in there bawling. No, that's just not me. I want to do more of like red carpet events. So you all know Lala Anthony, how she, listen, Hunty, I love her life. So that's my whole, that's me. You know what I mean? Like, that's me. And so I know that's what I want to do. So I have to move to the West Coast. And sometimes you're going to have to take a leap of faith.
That's why I said, I'm about to go down to Florida on the 17th. That's a family down there, like, so, and he doing real good. Like, he from the streets, like me. So he wanted to change his life. So I'm gone. But if it don't work out for me down there, I'm gonna go down there for like 10 days. See if I can get this traveling construction job with him. If I can't get it, I'm come back. I'm gonna stick it out with the school thing.
But do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah,
don't just do school just because of it. You know what I mean? That's not gonna get you nowhere. It's not. You have to genuinely love it. Most people do. But if you're not one of those people who do, don't waste your money here. I'm being honest. You don't want to waste money that you're not going to use. I was here. I invested in myself, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to be something. I don't know what, but I'm going to be something. And you have to look at it that way. So don't let nobody tell you, maybe this construction thing is for you. It might, and maybe you might love it. But what if you don't?
I didn't think I would thought about it because it was like the traveling thing. You know what I mean? Like the travel.
So here's the thing with TV. You're not going to start off in this market. If you want to, for those of you who want to do TV, you will not start off in this market. It is very difficult. Let me not say that. It is possible for you to start off in this market, but it is very difficult. Because Cincinnati, even though you may think it's a small city, because we are small, everybody know everybody, we are top 35 in the market. So for someone to start in this market is a shocker. You at least have to have 3 years under your belt to start in this market. So it's what you want. I had to fight for what I wanted. And I did. So I was able to start off in this market. But again, it was difficult. So it is totally up to you. But you have to know what you want. And it takes some soul searching. Like, let's just be honest. It may take some soul searching. You may sit here and be like, you know what? I don't want to do TV. I don't want to do radio. I just want to do construction. As long as you can live with yourself, then do it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to not do it. I'm not. That's not me. So whatever makes you happy, do it. But if you want to get in this business, it is worth the investment. This school is definitely worth the investment.
Yeah, I see the outcome, though. I can see it. There's a lot of people
Listen,
graduated from here.
You know, DJ J-Do, Wiz, he was here. My homeboy just moved to New York. When he moved to New York? 2 months ago, 3 months ago? He's in New York now, DJing. Don Juan. Y'all know Don Juan. Here. Came from here. And he left, went to Alabama. I remember when he left, it was like the head honcho in Alabama was like, no, what? I'm coming back to my city. Yep. Called me and was like, I'm on my way back. So there are people who are literally success stories from this school, but you have to want it. If you don't want it, don't waste your time. You feel me?
I don't know what I want right now, but I would like this, though.
Then try it out and see how it is. That's what I say. Or, better yet, ask Don if maybe you can sit in one of the classes just to get a feel for it. Just to see if this is really what you want to do, because you don't want to invest your time and your money in something that you're not going to use.
Now, I know I want to do it. It's just a whole different story behind why I go to Florida, though. You know what I mean? Like,
and I understand that.
It's a whole different...
I almost got caught up with doing something I didn't want to do. I went to school for American Sign Language, and I did that because I'm deaf in my left ear. Well, I went labor, of course, at school, and then I was come January 8th, like this past last week, I was supposed to go back for addiction study because I was a correctional officer, and I was like,
you got a lot going on.
So just being around the inmates, I loved it. I love my job, they love me. But I said I didn't have a passion to go for addiction studies. Because I knew my personality, I bring it out at work, but it's only so much you can do. You gotta remember.
See, and those extroverts, because we are extroverts, honey. That's us.
Right.
So you have to use your gift for something that is worth it. You have to. The more you sit there and as you can see, time is not on our side.
Absolutely.
I'm scared to say this. I will be 30 in 12 days.
Oh, I'm like 11 years old.
Let's just say that. So it's worth it.
Yeah.
It is so worth it. And a lot of people, they come and they're like, well, I didn't go to college. I didn't go to college, everybody. I went here and I'm still able to make it. I have no degree except here, and I was able to make it in this business because of this place. If it wasn't for this place, I would not be where I am. And that's just me being honest with you. So as long as you're willing to put in the hard work here, it is so worth it. But you have to be willing. You have to be able to sit here and take the time and actually study, because even though it's a trade school, you still have to do everything that you would in a regular school.
Right.
But you have to be invested in. If you want to invest in yourself and get into this industry, even if it's for something small, this is where you start. Now, I ain't just saying that because I went here, but I am being honest. This place has so much to offer. You can literally do anything you want. You could make, remember I was telling you, for most people, when they do reporter positions, you have to have a reel or a demo for radio, right? This is where you make it. You make these things here and push them out on social media as much as you can. So with that, people will recognize it and be like, you know what? I like her, or I like him. So it is totally up to you, but you have to do what makes you happy. And once you get in the business and you're like, okay, well, I don't like radio, but I like TV. Or maybe I don't like TV, I like radio. Whatever the case may be, try something else out. Keep your options open. I love to say keep your options open. Because literally, I had no desire to do radio. But that's how I got my foot in the door. And make connections. That's a big thing. Remember everybody's faces. Talk to everybody, because you never know. I may need you one day. I might be like, girl, let me tell you what. You never know. Make connections. Networking is the biggest thing in radio and television. So you put yourself in these positions where you go to these places and you meet new people and you sit there and you have conversations and you learn their story. You never know. Maybe they're looking for a production assistant or, you know, the latest producer. You don't know. Tell them what you're looking for. Tell them what you want. Tell them what your dreams are, your aspirations, your goals. People are really willing to help people even though you may not think it. They really are. So that's all I got. I don't really have anything else.
Everyone, please give a big round of applause for Miss Anita.
Thank you.